Imagine being the ruler of the greatest empire on earth, only to wake up each day to a growing catastrophe. The streets are filled with the sick, entire cities are dying out, and even your own army is crumbling. This was the reality for Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor of Rome, who ruled during one of history's deadliest pandemics, the Antonine Plague. A man known for wisdom, discipline, and self-control was now faced with an invisible enemy that no sword could defeat. How did he respond? And what can we learn from his leadership in times of crisis? Let's dive into the story of the plague that shaped an emperor. The year was 165 AD. Roman soldiers returning from the east brought back more than just stories of war. They carried a disease that no one had seen before. Victims suffered fever, sores, coughing, and internal bleeding. Some died within days. Others spread it unknowingly. It didn't take long before the streets of Rome were filled with the dead. At its peak, the Antonine Plague was killing 2,000 people a day. Even the mighty Roman legions, considered invincible, were falling apart. With no knowledge of viruses or medicine, many believed the gods were punishing Rome. Panic spread, fear ruled, but not for Marcus Aurelius. As if the plague wasn't enough, Rome was under attack. The Germanic tribes saw the empire's weakness and invaded its borders. Marcus had no choice. He had to go to war. Imagine this. An emperor who should have been safe in his palace was out in the freezing winter, leading an army that was dying both from battle and disease. And then he faced another blow. His co-emperor and adoptive brother, Lucius Verus, died from the plague. Yet, through all this, Marcus remained steady. In his journal, what we now call Meditations, he wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Despite all the suffering, he held Rome together. But he knew his time was running out. For 15 years, Marcus Aurelius battled the plague, wars, and endless hardship. And in 180 AD, he too fell ill, most likely from the very disease that had haunted his reign. Even in his final moments, he showed no fear. He accepted death as he accepted life, with wisdom and peace. So, what can we learn from Marcus Aurelius? 1. In times of crisis, remain calm. Fear makes things worse, but clear thinking leads to solutions. 2. Do what you can with what you have. Even when Rome was falling apart, Marcus took action. No excuses. 3. Accept what you can't control, and focus on what you can. His life was proof that even in the darkest of times, wisdom and resilience can keep us strong. And that's why, over 1,800 years later, we still look to Marcus Aurelius. Not just as an emperor, but as a guide for how to live. Until next time, remember, the past has many lessons for our future. Thank you for joining me on this journey into history. If you enjoyed learning about Marcus Aurelius and his Stoic wisdom, please subscribe to Echoes of Tempo for more historical stories and lessons. Leave your thoughts or questions in the comments below.